కృపావార్త కార్యక్రమమునకు స్వాగతం. నేటి ధ్యానాంశము వాగ్దానము, ప్రామిస్. వాగ్దానం చేస్తున్నటువంటి వాడు నమ్మదగిన వాడు. The one who has promised is faithful. నమ్మదగిన దేవుడు నా యేసు, నమ్మదగిన దేవుడు నా యేసు. He who promised is faithful. God is able to keep his promises. God is a covenant keeping God, promise keeping God. వాగ్దానంబులన్నీయు నావే, ప్రతి అధ్యాయము వచనము, అన్ని దైవ ప్రేమ దీవెనలే. బైబిల్లోని వాగ్దానంబులన్నీయు నావే. When we read the book of life, the Bible, the Holy Bible, we come across many promises. Promises will give us hope. We do have leaders, we do have rulers, great politicians. In their election campaign, these great leaders, great politicians will have a agenda, for advertising their party and getting votes and coming to reign power. And the politicians try to fulfill as many promises as they can. But certain things will be humanly impossible. But what is impossible to man is possible with God. God can keep all the promises He gives. So it is good to trust in God than in flesh. What shall man do to me? If God is for us, who can be against us? We should always have our focus on God. We should always fix our mind, heart, and soul on the Creator God and meditate upon His deeds. Psalm 103, a great psalm indeed, psalm composed by none other than King David. Oh, being a king, he has so much wealth, so much riches, comfortable lifestyle, palatial living. Why will he not write psalms? Why he will not compose songs, hymns, praises? If he were to go through the difficulties, uncertainties, sickness, loss, sorrow, agony, grief, pain, suffering, nothingness, hopelessness, fear, then he will not write psalms. That is the notion of many of us, because it's not difficult, it's not easy to endure suffering. When we go through suffering, when we go through loss, when we go through hopelessness, when we go through uncertainties, we question the existence of God. If God were to be there, why should it happen to me? If God were to be there, why should I go through this suffering? So many questions. In such times, the word of God, which is sustaining, which will give life, will comfort us, strengthen us, revive us, renew us, gives us new hope that we'll be delivered, we'll be rescued. That is the way in which God communicates to me. God strengthens me in difficult times, in testing times, in times where enhancement of functionality is required. Now we hear about human enhancement technologies. So many technologies. Basically, these human enhancement technologies want to address the basic problem that human society is facing. What is that? Death. Can man overcome death? Can man live forever? This is the what is the question asked by scientists when they are developing human enhancement technologies. How to become immortal, immortality, how to become ageless means I want to become always in 20s, isn't it? It's a beautiful age, ever youthful. That is our desire, isn't it? These things are the aims and goals of human enhancement technology. But basically, when God created man, there was no death, there was no aging. Does God has age? God is timeless. God is ageless. God is beyond the realm of time. I am the Alpha. I am the Omega. I am the first. I am the last. Promise. Promise gives hope when we are going through want, when we are going through sickness. For example is better than precept. When I go through some kind of weakness, sickness, being unwell in body, what do? I remember the promise that is there in the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 5. By the wounds Jesus Christ has received, we are healed. Wonderful promise, isn't it? We have to test the word of God and find that it's indeed true. The words of God are pure, they are as pure as the silver that is refined in the furnace, fiery furnace for 7 times. When the silver is purified in the furnace, it will be free from all impurities. Likewise, the word of God is pure, it has no contamination. The word of God is quite often compared with milk. The word of God is compared with honey. The word of God is compared with sword. నీ వాక్యమే నన్ను బ్రతికించెను బాధలలో నెమ్మదినిచ్చెను కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా నీ వాక్యమే నన్ను బ్రతికించెను బాధలలో నెమ్మదినిచ్చెను జిగటగల ఊబి నుండి లేవనెత్తెను సమతలమగు భూమిపై నన్ను నిలిపెను జిగటగల ఊబి నుండి లేవనెత్తెను సమతలమగు భూమిపై నన్ను నిలిపెను నా పాదములకు దీపమాయెను నా పాదములకు దీపమాయెను సరళమైన త్రోవయందు నడుపుచుండును సరళమైన త్రోవయందు నడుపుచుండును నీ వాక్యమే నన్ను బ్రతికించెను బాధలలో నెమ్మదినిచ్చెను కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా శత్రువును ఎదుర్కొనే సర్వాంగ కవచమై యుద్ధమునకు సిద్ధ మనసు నిచ్చుచున్నది శత్రువును ఎదుర్కొనే సర్వాంగ కవచమై యుద్ధమునకు సిద్ధ మనసు నిచ్చుచున్నది. అపవాది వేయుచున్న అగ్ని బాణములను అపవాది వేయుచున్న అగ్ని బాణములను ఖడ్గము వలె అడ్డుకొని ఆర్పివేయుచున్నది. ఖడ్గము వలె అడ్డుకొని ఆర్పివేయుచున్నది. నీ వాక్యమే నన్ను బ్రతికించెను, బాధలలో నెమ్మదినిచ్చెను. కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా, వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా. జిగటగల ఊబి నుండి లేవనెత్తెనో, సమతలమగు భూమిపై నన్ను నిలిపెనో. జిగటగల ఊబి నుండి లేవనెత్తెనో, సమతలమగు భూమిపై నన్ను నిలిపెనో. నా పాదములకు దీపమాయెనో, నా పాదములకు దీపమాయెనో. సరళమైన త్రోవయందు నడుపుచుండును, సరళమైన త్రోవయందు నడుపుచుండును. నీ వాక్యమే నన్ను బ్రతికించెను, బాధలలో నెమ్మదినిచ్చెను. కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా, వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా. కృపా సత్య దయా సత్య సంపూర్ణుడా, వాక్యమై ఉన్న యేసు వందనమయ్యా. Promise. So when I am sick, I claim the promise. Lord, you said, by the wounds you have received on the cross, I do have healing for my sickness. Sickness can be of any kind, isn't it? Lately we are hearing about corona and loss of life of some people around us. It's very heartbreaking. It's very, very heartbreaking. Virus, bacteria, contamination, pollution, hunger, so many stresses, heart related sicknesses, liver related sicknesses, diabetes, heart stroke. So many ways for loss of life, so many ways in which a person can get affected by sickness. So, we do have the hope that by the wounds Messiah Jesus Christ has received, we all have healing. Just we have to claim the promise. Without knowing the promise, how can we claim? Without knowing the promise, how can we claim? బైబిల్ ఈస్ ఫుల్ ఆఫ్ సచ్ వండర్ఫుల్ ప్రామిసెస్. వినుట వలన విశ్వాసము కలుగును. వాగ్దానము, యేసయ్య ఏం వాగ్దానం చేస్తారో తెలియకుండా ఆ వాగ్దాన ఫలం మనం ఎట్లా పొందుకోగలం? వాగ్దాన ఫలమో అనుభవింప నీ కృపలో నన్ను పిలచితివా. మహోన్నతుడా, మీ కృపలో నేను నివసించుట నా జీవిత ధన్యతై ఉన్నది. మహోన్నతుడా, మీ కృపలో నేను నివసించుట వాడబారని స్వాస్యమునాకై పరమందు దాచి ఉంచితివా. వాడబారని స్వాస్యమునాకై పరమందు దాచి ఉంచితివా. జీవజలముల ఊటైనా నీ ఓరన నన్ను నాటితివా. మహోన్నతుడా, మీ కృపలో నేను నివసించుట నా జీవిత ధన్యతై ఉన్నది. మహోన్నతుడా, మీ కృపలో నేను నివసించుట మూడువారిన జీవితాలను చిగురింపచేయగలవు నీవో. మూడువారిన జీవితాలను చిగురింపచేయగలవు నీవు. మారానుభవం మధురముగా మార్చగలవు నీవు. మారానుభవం మధురముగా మార్చగలవు నీవు. మహోన్నతుడా నీ కృపలో నేను నివసించుట. There will be special Thanksgiving meetings at home. Those that believe in Jesus Christ, when they receive some fruit of the promise, some blessing from the promise of Jesus Christ, what they will do? They will offer thanks. They will respond with thanksgiving. So they will invite the pastor of the church to which they attend. They will invite all the members of the church to their house, and they will conduct a Thanksgiving meeting to share how God has promised them when they were going through difficulties. உலகத்தில் உங்களுக்கு உபத்திரவம் உண்டு, ஆனாலும் திடங்கொண்டுங்கள், நான் உலகத்தின் ஜெயித்தேன். எவ்வளோ நல்ல அருமையான வாக்தத்தம், ப்ராமிஸ். உலகத்தில் உங்களுக்கு உபத்திரவம் உண்டு, ஆனாலும் திடங்கொண்டுங்கள், நான் உலகத்தின் ஜெயித்தேன். Should we not encourage our children to have such wonderful promises? These are not vain promises. These are not futile promises. These are not promises that will never come to fruition, that will never be realized. Such promises are realizable. వాగ్దానం చేసినటువంటి వాడు నమ్మదగిన వాడు. The word that proceedeth from the mouth of God will never fail. Heaven and earth will pass away, but not my word. The word of God is the promise, isn't it? That is the assurance. That is the very hope that makes us live. All Christians ask, what is their hope? What is the promise that makes them live? The promise of the celestial city Zion. These Christians are contagious. In the book Screwtape Letters, the head devil writes to the subordinate junior devil, giving ideas of how to turn the patients from the enemy. Here, the patient, by the patient, the Satan, the head devil, means all humanity. By enemy, the head devil, head devil means Jesus Christ. The one purpose or objective of or motto of hell is to prevent man from returning to his creator. We should never come back to Jesus. We should never restore our relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the motto of Satan. That is why Satan lures us, gives us so many temptations, makes us busy. That is the work of Satan. Satan asks its subordinate devils, ensure that the patient will never turn to the enemy so that he will be saved. You see, Hagiga. You see, in Ukraine, there is a great feast that is happening to us. You see, the patient's blood is our drink, the patient's flesh is our bread. So many are dying. So, in war, let us enjoy Hagiga. Satan rejoices in famine. Satan rejoices in drought. Satan rejoices in war. Satan has boundless happiness when so many people perish. Yet, in contrast, God rejoices when a single sinner is saved. There will be great joy. There will be a great happiness in heaven when a single sinner turns from his iniquities to Jesus, God. So, what will happen? His place is ensured in heaven. That is the promise that makes the Christians. In the book Screwtape Letters, the head devil writes to the senior subordinate devil that the, see the pestilent Paul is evangelizing the whole Europe, and many patients are turning to the enemy. So we cannot do anything with this pestilent Paul because he's not in our control. He is in the control of the enemy. He has the protection from the enemy. So what can we do is, my dear little wormwood, be smart. Follow my advice. Henceforth, you should prevent the formation of such pestilent Pauls. In the incipient stages itself, there should not be any second Paul. You should strip off. You should strip off such pestilence.